When people talk about cryptocurrency, one name almost always comes first. Bitcoin. It's the original, the pioneer, the digital gold. But lurking behind it for over a decade has been a challenger with a very different purpose: XRP. And now, as financial systems tilt toward tokenization and real-world utility, the question grows louder. Could XRP actually surpass Bitcoin to become the #1 coin? To answer this, we need to step back and see what makes each asset tick. Bitcoin was designed as a decentralized, censorship-resistant store of value. It thrives on scarcity and trust in code. Only 21 million will ever exist. But its strength is also its weakness. Bitcoin is slow, expensive to move, and limited in throughput. It's more vault than highway. XRP, on the other hand, was never about being digital gold. It was built to move money, across borders, across networks at lightning speed and fractions of a penny in cost. While Bitcoin maxes out at about 7 transactions per second, the XRP ledger can handle over 1,500 and scale higher with new integrations. If Bitcoin is the vault, XRP is the rail network connecting every financial hub on Earth. So what would it take for XRP to actually flip Bitcoin? First, global adoption. We're entering an era where trillions in assets, currencies, bonds, real estate, commodities are being tokenized. Central banks are testing digital currencies. Payment providers are hunting for cheaper, faster settlement solutions. XRP is designed for exactly this. If banks, governments, and corporations start routing trillions through the XRP ledger, demand for XRP could skyrocket beyond anything we've seen before. Second, Bitcoin would have to stall. Right now, it dominates with a market cap over $1 trillion. For XRP to catch up at today's prices, it would need to rise nearly 7x against Bitcoin. That means XRP heading toward $20 while BTC stagnates, or BTC falling while XRP rises. Is that impossible? No. But it would require a seismic shift in how the world views digital assets. Third, regulatory clarity. Governments could decide that proof-of-work mining, with its massive energy footprint, isn't sustainable. They could favor greener, faster, utility-driven assets like XRP. A regulatory green light for banks to use XRP in settlement, while Bitcoin faces environmental or compliance headwinds, could tilt the balance dramatically. So let's talk probabilities. Most analysts believe Bitcoin will hold the crown for the foreseeable future, about a 65% chance. A quarter of outcomes could see XRP climbing closer, maybe reaching #2 or #3 as adoption grows. But the moonshot case, XRP flipping Bitcoin, sits around 10%. Not impossible, but unlikely without a wholesale change in global finance. Yet history is full of surprises. Nobody thought the internet would overthrow newspapers, or that mobile apps would replace brick-and-mortar banking. Paradigms shift overnight. And here it's the kicker. XRP doesn't need to be one for its holders to win, even if it simply captures a fraction of global settlement. Say 5 trillion out of a 100 trillion market. Its valuation could rise by multiples. A price in the $10–20 range becomes realistic under strong adoption. If it ever did flip Bitcoin, we're talking numbers well beyond that. The real story here isn't about titles. It's about purpose. Bitcoin symbolizes independence from fiat. XRP symbolizes connection, linking currencies, assets, and markets in a tokenized world. One is a vault, the other a bridge. And as history shows, bridges often outlast vaults. This is why we follow XRP's journey so closely. Because whether or not it overtakes Bitcoin, its role in the new financial system is undeniable. What do you think? Is Bitcoin untouchable, or could XRP one day wear the crown? Hit that like, subscribe, and share button so you don't miss the next deep dive here on LTL Productions. The story of XRP isn't finished, and neither is ours.